Good morning, children. Did you all watch the video which was sent by the management on Independence Day? I did, and that was really good. So, are you all ready for today's session then? Let's get started. Welcome back once again to the recorded classes. And this is Ma'am Anna Rajshekar, your English teacher. Before we start the class, let's look into today's lesson plan. We will first do a recap of what we learned in the previous class. We will continue the lesson, India through the eyes of a foreigner. We will look into some vocabulary. We will move on to grammar, a new chapter, which is nouns, number and gender. And then of course comes your assignment, which is your homework and classwork. Let's quickly do a recap of what we learned in the previous session. In the previous session, we saw how this foreigner, Mark Tully, tells us why he likes India very much. And he also explains the beauty of India very well. And when people asked him, why is he staying here? He just said, because of my friends. And he explains the beautiful great Himalayan park. And he also tells us the beauty of Kerala looking out over the Arabian Sea. Look at these two pictures. And he also tells us that he likes the freshness of this flower, which is the Queen of Night. And he also describes it very well. We learned till here, and we also did look into some word meanings and synonyms, which are similar words, and we also learned participles. What are participle? A participle is a verb that acts as an adjective in a sentence. There are two types of participles, which is the present participle and the past participle. In the present participle, to the verb we add ing, and for the past participle to the verb we add ed. So let's start today's lesson, which is India through the eyes of a foreigner. Turn to page 60 in your English literature. From the third one. There are the great epics and the love poetry. There's the art of Pradhan tribe in central India, which occupies the whole of one wall of my flat. That's the color of the festivals, the solemn dignity of the courtyard of the great mosques filled with line after line of worshippers bowing their heads in a prayer, and the colorful informality of the pujari performing the evening rites in a Hindu temple. There's the sound of priests singing the Sikh scriptures, carrying across the water of the sacred tank in which the golden temple stands. There are the great monuments of India. I have never known anyone to be disappointed by the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. There are the fresh cooked parathas for breakfast in the open air dhabas or restaurants along the Grand Trunk Road. And there's the delicacy of a vegetarian thali or tray in Gujarat. All these kept me in India, but they are not whole. It would need a poet to describe what India means to me, and I am no poet. I can only say that I am not alone among foreigners in believing there is nowhere like India and no people like Indians. I am perhaps more unusual for a foreigner in that I have been accepted as a part of India. Children, I have read the lesson for you all. I want you all to read the lesson and also underline all the new words in the reader itself with a pencil. Now Mark tells us the place that he is staying at, there is a art of the Pradhan tribe which occupies the whole wall in that particular place. I've put up a picture. It must look something like this. This is also an art of the Pradhan tribe. Then he also describes that the solemn dignity of the courtyards of the great mosques. He tells us that people in a line worship, how they worship in a mosque. Not only that, he also tells us that he even listens to all the Hindu rituals in the evening while they are praying. And he also talks about the Sikhs carrying water and singing and praying at the Golden Temple. Not only that, he also says anyone who visits Taj Mahal will not be disappointed. Look at that picture, children. Isn't that beautiful? I still haven't visited. I wish to visit Taj Mahal at least once. And he also talks about the forts of Rajasthan. There are 6 most famous forts of Rajasthan. And not only that, he talks about our food. He says he likes the parathas being served in a dhaba. Dhaba is a open space hotel on the highways. If you all are traveling and on the highway, you will find these kind of dhabas. Not only that, to add even more, he says he likes the thali which is being served in Gujarat, the vegetarian thali. Okay, isn't that yummy? And he says to describe India, we need a poet, one who writes poem. But he's not a poet. Still, he's describing our India in his own words. And he is not the only foreigner who talks about India. There are many foreigners who love India. And he also says he's happy that we Indians have accepted him as a part of India. It's beautiful, children, the way he's explained it. Isn't it good? And are we not feeling proud to be an Indian? Yes. Hope you all have understood this lesson, children. It is very simple. It's all about India and all its beautiful places. Here are some synonyms from the lesson. Synonyms means similar words. Epics, history, tribe, ethnic group, rite, ritual, monuments, statue, delicacy, elegance. And now we'll look how to frame sentences. The first one, flat. We live in a large flat. Disappointment. We could see the disappointment in his or her eyes. Accepted. She accepted a present from her friend. Coming to grammar, let's move on to a new chapter, which is nouns, number and gender. What is the noun number, children? Very simple and easy to understand. Noun number is a collection of persons or things. It represents one thing or more than one thing. Noun has 2 numbers, which is singular and plural. You all know what singular and plural is, children. And even this noun, number and gender, we have learnt it in the previous classes. But still, this is a brush up for all those who do not know what is nouns, number and gender. So let's look at singular number. The singular number indicates one thing which is spoken of. For examples, girl, boy, book, church. And the plural number indicates 2 or more things. For examples, girls, boys, books, churches. Have a look at this. It tells us what a singular noun and a plural noun is. A singular noun names one person, place, thing, or idea. The same way, a plural noun names more than one person, place, thing, or idea. Hope you all are clear with what a singular noun and a plural noun is. Let's look at this list. These are the rules for plural noun. Now the rule is most common nouns. For most common nouns, we add an S at the end. For example, chair, chairs, pencil, pencils. And for nouns that end in CH, SH, S or X, we add ES at the end like peach, peaches, brush, brushes. And for vowels that end with Y, we add an S. Example, boy, boys, key, keys. And for consonants ending with an Y, let's see what you have to add. We change Y to I and add ES. For example, lady, we remove the Y and add IES, which is ladies. Country, countries. And for most nouns that end in F or FE, we change F or FE to V and add ES. For example, leaf, we remove the F and add VES. Knife, knives. And for nouns that end in consonants, ending with which has an O in the end, we add ES. For example, mango, mangoes, potato, potatoes. And most nouns that end in vowels plus O, we add S. For example, video, videos, radio, radios. Is that clear, children? Let's look at what is gender and its types. Now, gender is classified into 4 groups: masculine, feminine, common, and neuter. Let's look at these 4 in detail in the next slide. What is masculine gender? Masculine refers to names of boys and men. For example, father, son, priest, uncle, rooster, host, king, hero. And feminine refers to names of girls and women. For example, aunt, mother, maiden, grandma, hen, goose, nun, niece. Common gender refers to names of both boys and girls: doctor, visitor, cousin, relative, nurse, friend, manager, singer. And neuter gender refers to names of things or objects. Example, eraser, shoes, chocolate, car, desk, bus, books, pants. Children, hope you all have understood what the 4 genders stand for. I've given lots of examples. That should be easy. Let's quickly summarize all what we have learned today. In today's session, we completed the lesson India Through the Eyes of a Foreigner, where Mark Telly tells us about the beautiful India. He explains each of the religion. Not only that, he tells us about the food as well, and he's also happy that we Indians accepted him. Not only that, we did learn few synonyms, which are similar words. We also learned how to frame simple sentences, and in grammar, we learned nouns, number, and gender. In noun number, we saw it had singular and plural noun. Singular stands for one person, place, thing, or idea, and plural stands for more than one person, place, thing, or an idea. And genders are classified into four groups: masculine, feminine, common, and neuter. And we all saw what all the four genders with definitions and lots of examples, isn't it? Are you all ready to answer my questions? It's question time now. I hope you're having a paper and a pen handy to write the questions and the answers and send it to me. Or you can pause your video, type your answers and send it to me. So here we go. The first question. What does he say about people who visit Taj Mahal and the fort of Rajasthan? What does he say about people who visit Taj Mahal and the fort of Rajasthan? He also says he is not a dash to describe India. He is not a dash to describe India. And he also said something about a painting put up in his flat wall. What is that painting? He also said something about a painting put up on his flat wall. What is that painting? Now, coming back to grammar, I want you all to rewrite this sentence in feminine gender. My brother and I had gone to watch a movie. My brother and I have gone to watch a movie. Rewrite the sentence in feminine gender and send it to me, and let me see who the first person will get all the answers correct and will also be applauded in the group. Children, now let's look at your assignments. Homework. I will send a worksheet via the WhatsApp. You will have to write that in the... Once again, I'm repeating, children. There will be a worksheet sent via WhatsApp. You will have to write that in the homework book. And a note for you all. Coming Wednesday, there will be no recorded classes. Instead, we will connect via Zoom app. I have sent the link for you all to download the Zoom app and keep it ready. All the other details, I will share it in the group as to what time we will connect and who all will get connected. All right, children. So I hope you all have understood the lesson. So we have completed one lesson and in literature and one lesson in grammar. Hope you all have understood the lesson and the grammar very clearly. If you have any doubts, children, please call me or message me to clarify your doubts. And sometimes when you all message me, I may not reply to your messages immediately, but will take some time and will definitely reply by the end of the day or the next day. Kindly bear with me, children. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Until we meet in the next session. This is Ma'am Anna Rajshekar signing off. Be safe, be healthy, and please learn, children.